My name is Charlotte. I love myself because I'm creative and I'm smart and I'm happy. I'm so excited to be in 2019 ambassador for Global Down Syndrome Foundation.
When Charlotte was born, her family had no idea she would come with one extra surprise, an additional 21st chromosome.
When Charlotte was born, I saw her briefly, and 2 hours later, the pediatrician came in and asked to speak with the father.
I was like, oh, this cannot, there's something here, right?
Scott, and the doctor walked back into the room, and the doctor had the look of doom and gloom on his face.
We didn't know anyone that had Down syndrome in my family, and so I think it began an immediate investigation of, okay, what does this mean?
My first reaction was fear for her life, because we did not know what to expect.
My father, he immediately set out doing research. Within 2 days, he had presented a binder. The title of it was My Princess.
We have all the information about Down syndrome that was available, as you can see, in 2003.
Charlotte's birth transformed the lives of every one of her family members.
We were not married at the time we had Charlie. So on the day at the hospital, both families all got together, and some people meeting each other for the first time. So when I say Charlie brought the families together, she absolutely did.
When Charlotte was born, everything fell to the wayside and we all came together.
Charlotte is very central to our family. We all kind of fight over her attention a little bit. She is kind of like a rock star when she arrives at our house.
Charlie is just such a beam of light. Every time I see her and I talk to her, she's always so happy.
She just loves being around other people.
Charlotte is very loving. She just makes you feel so special. I know when I come visit and I walk in the door, she's like, Haley, and it just like brightens up my day.
If it wasn't for Charlie, I would be in South Africa and not in the United States. Not that I don't like the United States, but I love Charlie more.
Whenever I'm sad, she kind of comforts me. We like to play. Sometimes go swimming if I beg her.
Without question, Charlie has made our family better. And I am quite confident that happens around the world, the families that have children or people with Down syndrome in it.
If you know about the Down syndrome community, one of the statistics is, people with a child with Down syndrome are much more likely to stay together. And in this case, they're not married, but it's so functional, so loving. They are the most amazing family.
With the support of her family, Charlotte grew, displaying capabilities and courage, often surprising those around her.
I got to go with Charlotte to her first day of school. She puts her backpack on and she heads right for the door, and all of us are trailing along. The principal said, "Do you know how many mothers bring in second graders holding their hands? And here this child of yours is kindergarten first day and she marches right to her classroom." The pride was bursting out of my chest.
I met Charlotte in the 3rd grade, and then we started hanging out outside of school too. Charlotte's made a big impact on my life because I feel like I've gotten better as a person.
Despite Charlotte's obvious capabilities, there have been obstacles to her accessing a quality education.
Everybody has a difficult story of their child going through the school system. And I've had mine with Charlotte. I would go in for a day of observation and see teachers blatantly excluding the kids with special needs. Teachers, despite what I told them that she is capable, they just would expect less. I love that one of the many great things that Global Down Syndrome Foundation does is they have an education specialist that work with parents on advocating for their students and their children, as well as working with them on IEPs. And then, of course, they've expanded it where they're doing vocational training, cooking lessons.
The work of Global Down Syndrome Foundation is so important because it raises awareness across the board for people that have Down syndrome and for the families of people that have Down syndrome. But equally important is the research that they're doing. For me, living close to Washington, D.C., we really get a very good understanding of what it means to engage with the government. Legislation is one thing. It's another thing to secure funding to do that research. And Michelle and the entire organization at Global Down Syndrome Foundation makes that an effort regularly.
I was so excited and proud when I heard that Global had actually tripled the funding over the past 3 years by our government for research of Down syndrome.
Our big success in Washington, D.C. was working with Congress, working with our families to convince NIH to increase the Down syndrome research budget from almost nothing to what it is today, which we still have a long way to go.
Thanks to the strong advocacy efforts by Michelle and the Global Down Syndrome Foundation in Washington, D.C., we live in a new era at the Cernic Institute, where the philanthropy dollars are amplified by being able to secure large grants from the National Institutes of Health.
Scott and I decided to donate to the Cernic Institute Human Trisomy Project for a number of reasons. Some of the research that they're doing is directly related to some of the medical issues that Charlotte's facing.
This research will not only serve, first and foremost, people with Down syndrome, but would also advance the understanding of many medical conditions such as Alzheimer's disease, autoimmune disorders, and cancer that are modulated by trisomy 21.
Being a person with cancer, I realized that any research for any disease can be so helpful for other diseases. And I think that any amount of effort, any amount of money, any time that can be put forth into this research is wonderful.
Despite the obstacles, Charlotte has persevered and leads a full and happy life.
I snorkel, swim the coral reef. I swim with sharks.
She's been to, I think, almost 30 states. I don't know the amount of countries.
I saw Adele in London. I'm in Paris and the BBIs, Turks and Caicos, Nantucket, New York. I'm in the movie with my aunt, and I walked the red carpet. I met Colin Farrell. He gave me a hug.
You know, she's led an adventurous life so far, and I hope it continues.
Through all of her adventures, one of Charlotte's biggest supporters has been her boyfriend, whom she has known since the 2nd grade.
My boyfriend's name is Zach. We like sushi. We go to the beach in the pool. We see a movie at the theater.
I love her. They're nice to me.
Are you guys playing footsie?
Zach, of course, since he's met Charlotte way back in 2nd grade, has proposed minimum of once a year, sometimes 2 or 3 times a year.
For a long time, I wondered whether there's such a thing as soulmates. When I see them together, I really see 2 soulmates. To see those 2 together is just heartwarming.
This year we selected Charlotte Fonfarra-Rose as our 2019 ambassador. We're very excited. What she has done and her family has done for Global Down Syndrome Foundation and the Down syndrome community at large is nothing short of amazing.
I'm so proud to see that she is now the ambassador so she can spread love and her heart throughout the world.
She's such a good example of being beautiful and being herself.
My dream for Charlie is that she has the opportunity to do anything that she wants. It's my job and my intention to try and provide for her in a way that will allow her, if she wants to go to college, that she has every opportunity to do that. If she wants to open a business, that she has an opportunity to do that. If she desires to get married and to challenge her to grow and be successful in whatever she chooses to do and be a good citizen.
I'm opening up a bagel shop. It's gonna be all bagels.
I want her to follow her heart, like what she really wants to do, opening a bagel shop.
I would love for Charlotte to showcase to the world, you know, how beautiful she is and how capable she is.
As the 2019 Global Down Syndrome Foundation Ambassador, we know Charlotte will share her love and happiness with everyone she meets.